Benvenuti, fellas and bellas all over the world. Welcome to another episode of the Raff and Raff Show. I am Raff Bizarro, your host. Join with me, Rafa Rispo in the house. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Happy Scudetto Day, everybody. Happy Scudetto Day.
Happy
10 maggio. Happy 10 maggio.
That's right. That's right. Hold on. Do you hear this thing?
34 anni today. 34 anni.
That's right. Today was the day, guys.
Today is the official anniversary
Scudetto.
that we will be celebrating next weekend. We will be having in next week's program will be the giveaway results. We'll announce the winner of the Maradona jersey. This is a bootleg version of we're giving away. It's one that can fit me. But I had to wear it. Yeah, it's the eBay version. It's a little bit worn, but it's okay because I got to represent today. Got to represent. Right. I like your jersey.
Thank you. This is the 98. Got this one. I got this one in the Nike store, in Napoli.
Right.
When I went to Napoli that year, I told my uncle, I was like, Zio, please. I didn't have any Napoli jerseys at the time, Ralph. I was like, Zio, please. I want a jersey. Can we go get one? And luckily at the time, Nike was their sponsor. There was a Nike store. I think we were near, I'm going to say Vomero.
Okay.
We were near there. And I got it. And I love it. It's very unique blue compared to some of the other blues for the jersey, I feel like. But
it is a unique blue.
Yeah.
Vomero is where, I mentioned this last week, Vomero is where my Zia Luisa lives. Oh. And segueing into my Zia Luisa, I would like to introduce our guest this week. It is none other than YouTube SoFlo Luca.
YouTube sensation.
AKA YouTube sensation. SoFlo Luca. AKA Gianluca Meluziis. AKA Luca. AKA Cousin Luke.
Ciao a
tutti. Ciao Gianluca.
Ciao a tutti.
Ciao. Thanks for having me, guys.
Pleasure. What's up?
Big fan.
I know you are. Thanks for coming in.
Like your shirt too. I feel like we're all dressed for the occasion today, aren't we?
Sempre Forza Italia.
Sempre Forza Italia. That.
Yeah.
Italia, la nostra Maradona, la Napoli ti amo, però Italia, la nostra patria.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Hello, boys. Hello to the chat. Let's get everybody involved here.
Oh,
hello, Daniel, is this
Meluziis? Ciao, Daniele. Ciao.
Daniel, is this a cousin or a brother?
This is Gianluca's brother, my cousin.
Welcome. Hello.
It's a family affair. It's a family affair.
Yeah, we're all family here, guys.
Support.
Philip said I wore that shirt yesterday. Nice.
Now, which Raff? Which Raff?
shirt?
Because there's two Raffs here.
This
so which one?
That one.
Raffaì or Raffasu? Which one?
Raffa destra, Raffa
sinistra.
They're both fresh. It doesn't matter.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Except mine's official, Ralph.
Good one. I had the white Nike one on. It just
I know it
did.
The first one. It's real. I really wanted it. It's really the first one.
Phil says the first one. The first one. Who's the first one?
Okay.
The one on the left, the one on the right. This one. I guess this one. All right.
The one with the beautiful hair, the one with the shiny egg.
Pelato or
Pelato Partenopeo or the Vicar of Vesuvius?
Which one? All right, listen. Let's get down to business. Let's get down to business.
Cracking. Redemption this weekend, Rafa and Luca. Redemption. We had a post-game show, but we're back here, and Napoli defeats Spezia 4-1. Even Vincenzo Italiano stating, I think he came out to the news saying, Napoli were just too strong, and they were unstoppable. And I agree. It was a beautiful game. Luca, did you happen to catch the Spezia game? Let's start. Did you see it or see parts of it?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing Saturday morning. It was great. It was a good game. Great. Beautiful weather. Mm-hmm. I watch some other leagues, and it's still gray and cold and rainy. Then you turn on Serie A, it's just beautiful out.
Right.
In England, it was snowing in the midweek for the Champions League. Remember that?
Yeah, they wore gloves. And same thing in France.
I mean, look,
it's just
Luke, a lot of times, and you know this, I reference the weather in a lot of situations. The weather it's another excuse, but at the same time, it's a very big factor in gameplay. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
Like,
I agree.
You know, it's slippery conditions and stuff like that. It's like, you know, you're right. At Spezia, it couldn't have been more perfect weather. Beautiful. Napoli gets off to the lead with Zielinski, and I really want to talk about that real quick because I want to talk about Zielinski's goal.
Do it.
But how amazing was Di Lorenzo in his role in that goal?
Yes.
The lob cross like upfield, all the way upfield, finding Osimhen perfectly. Osimhen holding the ball up, getting the ball to I want to say it was.
I think it was
getting the ball to
Politano.
Politano, who found. Because basically Di Lorenzo booted the ball up and then ran and like just you saw him sprinting all the way up as if they practiced this. This is definitely practiced on the train.
Like the Carabinieri he was running.
Had to, yeah, right? He was running from the Carabinieri, yeah. He committed some crime.
He stole
But no, he made it all the way back up, and then Politano finds him to get to Osimhen. To get to Zielinski wide open, who just makes it 1-0, and for me that was like the goal of the match.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was
even the third goal looked like something they trained. You know, that little flick to Victor. Yeah, that was
that was the set piece.
Free kick. The free kick.
Oh yeah.
The Insigne.
I'm 100% certain. Well, not certain, but I'm 100% confident that was a set play because if you look, Insigne was like a little lax, his hands by his side, kind of looking at the ref. He looked like, I'll take my time. But once the ref blew the whistle, Insigne kicked it. I think he still had his hands on his hips. He just flicked it up, and Osimhen ran right to the spot that the ball was going to drop.
Right.
I'm pretty sure.
Has to be worked out. Has to be worked out because as soon as the whistle blew, Osimhen ran, and it's like, okay, Insigne had to have told him, "Yo, as soon as the whistle blows, run. I'm gonna hit that ball's gonna get hit once it runs." And onside alone, it was just amazing. I was
beautiful.
Like he didn't run. He appeared to that spot. It was like he was like Nightcrawler, like like beautiful.
It was beautiful.
And
it
then,
really was.
And then obviously, we skipped over the second goal, Osimhen's goal.
Sorry,
I apologize. No, that's okay. No, that's okay.
It's an order of beauty,
Yeah, the way Zielinski found Osimhen. We talked about it. We got to try to find these guys better. Jonathan, what's up?
What's going on?
How you doing, brother? Phillies fan. Can't believe it. Phillies fan from South
from
England. Yeah.
Go figure. Out of all teams, Jonathan. Jeez.
Don't ask me how.
Could have been a Yankee fan.
Well, no, he tagged me on why. It's the similarities between them and his English team. But anyway.
Yeah, I see it.
And then
the English don't want to be associated with Yankees. I think that's what's really
No, you're right. They don't. No, you're right. They don't. Neither do I. I'm a Mets fan. So anyway.
Sorry, go on.
But then let's talk about the fourth goal because Luke, I don't remember if you and I spoke about this goal privately. Because, guys, listen, Luca and I, first cousins, we talk all the time about Serie A, Napoli, everything. We talk about all the time, everything. This is my partner in crime with the hair salon and the barbershop, and we're not only are we cousins, we're brothers. Me, him, and Dan, we're brothers.
Nice.
So all we do is talk calcio, and him and I don't remember, Lukey, if we talked about this off the air, but. Watch the fourth goal. I want everybody here that's on watching taped live, whatever. I want everybody to watch the fourth goal and watch Gattuso point Mario Rui to Victor and literally yell, Victor! Boom. Mario Rui sends the ball up to Victor Osimhen. Osimhen finds his room, takes his run, and then unselfishly finds Chucky Lozano, who puts the ball in the net, where he could have gone for his hat trick. He absolutely could have. Now, the shot might, he was covered, so, he could have tried for it or what have you, tried to go for the glory. But instead, he used his head as a 21-year-old young man who's never even scored a brace with Napoli. This was his first brace. Instead of choosing to take the hat trick, got the ball to Lozano to seal the deal. I mean, I couldn't have been more proud of this team when I saw that. But go back to the beginning. Mario Rui has the ball in the midfield and sees Victor Osimhen and yells to Mario Rui, Victor! And points. And boom, he finds Victor Osimhen, and it produces a goal. So everybody out there talking about the tactics, talking about the crap, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Second in goals scored in the league. I don't want to hear it. One goal behind Atalanta. Sorry. Don't want to hear it. Because look at that fourth goal, and that's all I have to say. Don't have to say anything about it.
No, it was great. I agree.
Which it's not like Gattuso's still at the sideline. Doesn't look satisfied until the whistle blows.
Yeah.
This guy, he's pushing you till the end, and Osimhen gives him a little bit of dap on the sideline.
Right.
All these things count, guys.
I might have seen a smile cracked after that one. I think that one was Forza, Peter. What's up, Christopher? Too. I saw Christopher in here.
Yeah.
And Fran, what's going on, man?
And Francesco, welcome.
I can guarantee you that Gattuso was pretty proud of that one because that was orchestrated by him. He literally told Mario Rui, "Yo, Victor's ready. Get him."
Yeah. Like Christopher Stradass, look at all 3 uniforms you guys have on. It's today Jersey Day. It became Jersey Day, I feel like.
It did.
It did.
It started off gray polo shirt day, but then, Rafa put on his. We saw Gianluca put on his, and then it turned into a
Jersey Day
to like throwback Monday.
Well, Luca's not a throwback. Luca's is a T-shirt that's now.
Yeah,
it's all good.
It's all good. The Spezia goal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you guys think about the Spezia goal? I saw a little error with our captain falling asleep a little bit on defense.
Yeah, but he's not supposed to be on defense.
No, he's not. But Tony, he's not. But he still made the effort to get on defense, right? If you're there, you got to show up. And
but the dude is 5'0". He's 5'0", and my man behind him was able to get the height on him.
He didn't even know he was behind him. That's the thing.
Nah, you know what I mean? but at the same but here, listen, and this is what I said in the post match. I don't know if you saw the post match.
No, I didn't see that one.
Who cares?
No, it just would have been nice.
No, I know.
Would have been nice.
I know, but we're now
especially really doing it to deserve a goal. You know what I mean? They didn't really.
No, they didn't. And Meta, I don't even fault Meta. Some people were trying to give that.
I agree.
And
made the initial
listen,
save. Like
I know how you feel, Luca. I know how you feel, Luca, about Meta. You feel even worse than I do. I was giving him credit. You had given him no credit.
Really?
But at the same time, Luca's not a Medet guy. Luca's not a Medet guy.
Let him elaborate. I want to hear this. This
Go ahead.
is a little drama. But what is it about Meret that you don't like? Hey, you could be honest here. We still love you. Still family.
No, I just don't think he's ready for a big club. I still think he needs a little bit more time to develop. And I don't want him at Napoli to develop, and we don't need that. Especially when you have Ospina on the bench. I mean,
yeah, but that guy, he looked like a bone is going to pop out his body any minute. You make a save, you make it this, something's going to break, his arm's going to fall off.
Meta makes no saves.
Makes no saves? I mean, come on.
I'm gonna go the other way, and as of late, say that he's been doing okay. And
I'm just saying,
yeah.
Kevin,
as of late,
couple games.
True.
Who cares?
Last few games, I agree. He's done okay.
Okay,
the goal against Cagliari, I don't know, it was a little soft, but
yeah.
Well, I mean, when your defender keeps botching his mark, it's gonna happen.
But listen, I'm an ex-goalie. Raff knows it. I mean, you're the last line of defense. Your defense is gonna make mistakes sometimes. That's when you have to show up. That's when you get. Show up. You got to work. Now, that's your job.
But don't I was a hockey goalie, a little different. But don't they say
No,
you know your goalie's only as good as your defense? Sometimes don't they say that?
No, sometimes I agree. Sometimes, but when you get that call, when it's your time to shine, you have to show up. You know what I mean?
I think
it wasn't that hard.
Although against Cagliari, Meret really kept us in the game. He made a couple of really good saves.
Yeah, no. I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying the goal itself was a little.
Whatever.
Oh.
Okay.
Who cares?
All right. Who cares?
At the end of the day, it came at
Juve merda. Who cares? I mean,
yeah, exactly.
No, listen.
Hey, listen.
Hold on. Now,
calma.
Triggering him.
Listen, a little bit of a background for Luca, right? Luca, listen. Let's. I was supposed to kind of introduce you. I want you to give us what you're about. You have to tell us what you're about. I know the story. I'm not going to say it. You tell us what you're about. What's your deal? What's your deal, bro?
Look, I was born in center of Naples. I was born right next to La Ferrovia, which is the train station in downtown Naples. So I'm a big, that's where I'm from. I'm Naples all day long. But living and growing up in the States, I've appreciated my country. So I'm country first all the time. Napoli second. I know people that are the other way around completely, but I'm not. That's not me. Italy first, Napoli second. So I enjoy. I'm sorry, Raff, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go.
No, I was just saying. I enjoy our league. I enjoy all the teams in it. When they go outside of Italy, I'm even more of a fan. It doesn't matter if it's Juve, Milan. The only team I'm a little is Lazio. I'm not, but the little racist on the sometimes gets on my nerve. But but nevertheless, I pretty much go for anything Italy, outside of Italy, and then inside Italy. I don't, I root for Naples first, but I do love watching Juve. I love the champions they have: Milan, Inter, Atalanta, Roma. I love Roma. When Parma, Udine, and I just love these teams. I love the players that they have, even though some are not Italian, but I enjoy the talent that our league has. So I'm not a typical Napoli fan, but I do. That's my favorite team,
Daniele Meluziis.
He's throwing you under the bus here.
I know.
You don't like
because I'm not him.
3 exclamation points, not even one.
There couldn't be 2 different brothers I've ever met in my entire life. There couldn't be. Now I'm about to bury Luca. I'm about to bury you, bro. You come on this rant, I bury you. This guy, when Juve loses the Champions League final, it's like Italia lost the World Cup final.
I agree.
Okay? So
I agree.
This is that because him and I had a conversation before we came on earlier today. And he asked me, well, Raff, what's the difference between you and me then? Because you're telling me because Daniele, he doesn't like anybody else, anything else but Napoli. Outside of Napoli, you can't ask him any questions because he really doesn't know. And he just doesn't care. Me, I'm very Serie A knowledgeable. I'm very outside of Italy knowledgeable. We know our thing. You know what I'm saying? We know our stuff, Luke and I. That's why we can relate a little bit better in calcio. So Luca asked me, well, what's the difference then? What are our differences? I said, well, I don't hurt when teams outside of Italy are eliminated from Europe. It doesn't bother me the way it bothers you. For Luca, it's like
it kills me.
It's like Italia in 2002. It's like Italia in 2002. Yeah. It's like Italia in '94, the World Cup final. The last World penalty kick. Yeah, it's like the last World Cup where we didn't make it. So that's the difference, because he's so Italian centric that outside of I can't possibly cheer for another team in the same competition that we were in. I can't, but I do tell him that I'd rather see Italian teams win in Europe than other leagues, except for Juventus. 100% except for Juventus. Never ever Juventus. It would have been more beneficial. It would have been more beneficial if Juve had beat Milan this week for us, because of the fact that Milan play Atalanta at the end of the season, where there's another chance that they could drop points. You know what I mean? But at the same time, who cares? Because Juve is in 5th. I don't care. Like, as long as Juve lose, I'm good. Outside of Italy, in Europe, it doesn't matter to me. If they win, it's great. If not, I was going for United against Roma, and Luke was hurt about this. I was going for United against Roma because Cavani is still. Well, listen, Cavani's still my favorite player outside of Napoli. Cavani, for me, I love the guy.
He resigned, by the way. He resigned today
with Manchester.
Yeah, he's resigned for the season.
I thought he would.
Yeah, so we can put the Boca Junior conversation to bed.
He'll go there again. He'll go. I think he'll go. Not this season, obviously.
Yeah.
But he'll end up finishing his career in South America. I believe it. I do believe it.
Could happen. See what happens. Why not?
But anyway, that's the story about Luke and I. So we get into it big time. He's called me fake Italian before. It's no sweat off my back.
Them fighting words, man.
It's no sweat off my back. Here you go, Italia. Boom, boom, boom. He knows how I feel. He knows how I feel about the Italian national team, and that's why he doesn't understand where I'm coming from, and I don't understand where he's coming from. But I try to tell him the national team is what does it for me. Once these guys like Chiellini, Bonucci, Chiesa, once they put on Azzurri for Italia, then I'm all for you, bro. All for you. But not when you're wearing black.
Francesco, really, dude?
No, you can't do it.
This chat is hard body.
This is hard.
Before. This is hard body, bro. Can't support any other club. Pianese Armando. Not in Europe, not in the world.
Wow, Armando. I'm in the wrong spot.
No, he's in the wrong. He is. And it's the funniest thing because in the family of all the cousins, he's the only one that was besides Elena and Nicola, because they're born and they're still there. But Luca's the only American. Luca's the only cousin that migrated to America. That actually migrated to America. He's the only other cousin that was born there, and everyone else was born here. And the big soccer heads of our cousins are only Napoli, and that's it. So
true.
I'm gonna put a question on here, guys. It's from Jonathan. Lads, what's your views on that tweet that all Serie A fans should be united and should want our rival teams to do well? If EPL or La Liga fans say anything bad about Italian football,
it came from a Juventus fan and a one that supports the United States national team, and just doesn't get it. I don't think he gets it, man. Like he doesn't understand what a rivalry is in football. Roma teams will never cheer for Lazio in Europe.
Nope.
Same with Lazio Roma. Same with Milan Inter. Same with Juve Torino. Verona Hellas. It's Chievo Hellas. It's not going to happen. There's these big rivalries at Juve Inter. They're never going to cheer for each other.
Especially in Italy. Happen. Maybe you can see a little bit of leniency out here in the States and in other countries, but in Italy, it's not just a team or just a game. This is very much embedded into their lives, into their culture.
Yes.
Very much a pride thing. And it's deep-rooted. It's deep-rooted.
It really is. It really is.
So I get what you're saying. I mean, listen, I'm a little bit with Luca. Like, I try not to root against the Italian teams. And my logic is that them winning benefits Napoli in the long run. And
it benefits the whole league.
I have to acknowledge that, because here's the deal. As the league grows, Napoli grows with it. And maybe an exception will be made for Juve. And it's not like I even have a beef so much with Juve. I just like some of the comments that I hear compared to like other teams from fans. It's a little bit more personal than it is banter. And that's the one thing I'm not cool with, But as far as rooting for teams, if it's going to help Napoli at the end of the day, I'll kind of cheer it on. That doesn't mean I'm going to be waving a Milan flag or anything like that. But yes, I want Serie A to do well, because if it does, it's more money, it's better players, it's just more prestige. And at the end of the day, that benefits Napoli. So it's kind of a long run, bit of a high road kind of deal. But don't get me wrong, I'm not cheering on, I don't got my pom-poms out and I'm like, yeah, but I do prefer the Napoli teams winning. Juve.
Gotcha, but who doesn't like watching Ibra versus Ronaldo or Lukaku versus Ibra. You know what I mean? Like I want these great players in our league,
Mm-hmm.
and I enjoy watching them, and it doesn't hurt me who wins. It doesn't matter, you know.
Yeah.
Well, let's segue. Let's segue into that. Juventus have been warned by the president of the Italian Football Federation. Leave the Super League. Denounce the Super League, or it's Serie B for you. And I am so thankful for that, because Milan and Inter have denounced, but Juve is holding on to this for dear life, and I don't understand why. Is it because of the drama of the show that they're filming? You know, the All or Nothing that's supposed to come out? I don't know what it is. But
is there something that we don't know? Like, why are they? There's everybody denounced. There's 3 teams left, right? Or I think what?
It's Juve, Barcelona, and Real Madrid.
What's going on?
But Juve are holding on. Well, so here's the thing. Agnelli was the president of the European Clubs Association. He left that position to go do this. So for him to turn his back on it he'd be nowhere. He'd be irrelevant because UEFA's not taking him back. That organization's not taking him back. You know what I mean? So what's the point in renouncing it? But at the same time, dude, there is nothing left. Like, I don't understand. Everybody's gone. First of all, if you ask me, if you're going to have 12 initial teams and half of it were English teams and they're all out, you don't have I hate to say this. You don't have English teams. You don't have a Super League. I'm sorry, you don't.
Right.
You don't. But you know, the Super League it's done. It's done and dusted. You know what I mean? We can argue the Coppa Italia from now on. Forget about the Super League. The Juve need to figure it out, because honestly, and you know what? If they don't and they are excluded from Serie A, then good for them. They deserve it, because they make my skin crawl. You don't understand, Luca. And here's the thing, Luca. When Napoli beats Juve in Serie A, Luca's a big Luca's a big Napoli fan in Serie A. It's Napoli, then it's everybody else. That's fine. So he gets amped up for Napoli. Mm-hmm. But outside, he gives these reasons to like this team, and this team is just unlikable in every sense of the imagination. And Luke, you know, because there are things that piss you off about Juve too. But how do you feel about this? How do you feel about the league excluding Juve from like the federation excluding Juve from Serie A if they don't comply? What do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't agree with it. I still think it's just clickbait. I don't see, there is no Super League. You just want them to denounce it? Is that the goal here? That's all?
I think so.
Yeah, well,
like, you're just trying to bully them? Like, what do you? Yeah. Like, why? What's they going to get you? There is no Super League.
Didn't UEFA didn't they make some kind of sanctions against some of these teams? Didn't they ask for like an apology letter or some
everybody else has been everybody else has been,
come on,
quote unquote, allowed back to UEFA, I guess.
Come on, yo,
wait, listen, I'm not sticking up for UEFA in this instance either, because it is bullying, I think. But at the same time, these 3 teams are still trying to fight this cause, and there's nothing left to fight. So what's the point? You know what I mean? What's the point?
I think this comes down to a little bit of ego. This came down to a little bit of kind of flexing the muscles between everybody to see who can push what. I mean, I feel like almost as if it was somewhat of a bluff, that they were just trying to rattle the cages, all these teams, because look how fast they pulled out. So I wonder if a lot of people said this was a bluff, and I'm starting to feel that way a little bit. Luca, if you want to, chime in on that, but it didn't feel like they mentioned it, they pitched the idea. I wonder if they were just trying to get data back, because remember, this you can get information is like the new gold out there.
Correct.
And were these teams trying to just get information, or reaction, real reaction, real emotionally charged reaction from fans when they said the word Super League, and to see what it would do? And I think I think they got UEFA scared a little bit, believe it or not, because if these top teams do exit, I think it's going to be somewhat tough for them, as far as marketing their leagues. So I definitely don't see Juve not being in Serie A. As much as you hate them or you don't like them, they're a big part of Serie A. And I don't see them just going away. Nor do I see Agnelli saying, okay, I'll just leave or I'll go to Serie B. I don't believe that one bit. There's a bit of a power struggle going on here, and I don't think we're getting the whole story.
Yeah, I agree.
What say you, Luca, on all this? Since
I mean, Kaz and I have been battling this for a few weeks. I was a fan of the Super League. I get it. Mm-hmm. I get the financial part of the Super League and what they were trying, because this is nothing new. They've been talking about this for years and years and years and years. And even Formula One, they've been talking about, breaking off and do something their own. When something becomes too controlling and when your brand is being controlled by people who have invested in your brand, yeah, I get that. Sometimes you get a little annoyed and you want to listen, I want a little bit more control of my brand. So I got the financial part of it, why they wanted to leave and stuff. But I also didn't care, even if it was when it got canceled. I didn't care either way because I still like Champions League, and either way that wasn't affecting me. The only problem I had with Super League is if it made these teams lead their domestic leagues, then I wasn't for the Super League. But if they got to stay in their domestic league and just start their own Champions League, I really didn't care.
Yeah, but Luke,
I would love to see Liverpool. I would love to see Liverpool and Juve play on a regular basis, or with the 5 invites. I mean, I didn't care. But if it got canceled, I didn't care. As long as it didn't touch the domestic league, that's all I cared about was the domestic league. That's it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But
right. Go ahead, Raff. I think I know what you're gonna ask. Go ahead.
That's the thing is that this Super League was ready to invest billions of dollars, where each team was gonna make like somewhere around $300 million to work on the infrastructure. Meaning bail them out of debt. That's what that means.
Yeah.
What infrastructure? Everybody has a stadium. Everybody has a big, player. Everybody has big sponsorship deals. What infrastructure? They were going to get them out of debt, and they were going to have them continue. Like, these guys wanted to continue in the domestic leagues, but they were going to be given this extra money to make them stronger, to where it's even harder to compete against them in the domestic leagues. Now they're going to run away with Serie A. They're going to run away with the English league. And then they're not even going to have the decency to play against you in the Champions League, to give you a chance to beat them in the Champions League. Juve had lost to Porto, Leon, and freaking Ajax 3 years in a row with Ronaldo. And they have the balls to come out and say, "Oh, we're better than all those teams."
Right.
No, you're not. No, you're not. But now you want to give me all this money to compete against Salernitana, Juve Salernitana, where Juve have $600 million to chill it, and Salernitana's coming in, and you know what I mean? I'm just that's the reason why.
I got what you mean, but I also saw the value of it on the owner's side. I got what they were trying to do. No one wants control of their brand.
But listen, you said that. Hold on. Now, Luca, you had said that as long as the domestic leagues are not touched, do you feel that maybe the Super League would have affected domestic leagues by taking away some of its prestige by its biggest teams going to the Super League? So don't you think that maybe, like hypothetically, that the construction of a Super League basically trickles down and does have maybe a negative effect on the domestic leagues? Would you still be a little bit pro Super League have something like that happen?
I mean that's a valid point, because they would make Juve even richer than they are, attracting bigger players.
Forget the richer, but like hurting Serie A overall because it wasn't just Juve, it was Inter, it was AC Milan.
So, but Raff, explain how that would hurt Serie A. Explain.
It's kind of more like a hypothetical, because if all the attention is being funneled into this one Super League, what does that mean for domestic leagues? Now, they didn't necessarily set up a pyramid system So see, my thing is if other teams, if there was like a relegation thing, and it's in my opinion also that UEFA, that's kind of the direction they want to take. I think it's almost like they stole their idea or something. I think UEFA wants to go in this direction at some point where there's a Super League where all these different teams from these different leagues all get to qualify. See, that I'm a little bit more cool with. Whereas there's some kind of
But it's the Champions League. That's what we have already.
But do you feel like do you feel like the Champions League is kind of like a playoff? It feels more like that, doesn't it? A little bit, which is fine.
I don't. No, I don't.
Like compared to the structure.
I don't think so, bro, because we have the top four teams in each league qualify for the Champions League, and the top 4 leagues in Europe, they're automatically in the group stage. So what are they? They're already qualifying. True. You understand? Like, what are you doing? You're just renaming it the Super League, and you're giving these teams free reign to be in it, even if they finish in like 19th in their domestic league. Let's just say, for argument's sake, Milan finish 8th or 9th in Serie A. They deserve to be Super League? Why? Why do they deserve to be a Super League team? They lose to Chievo, they lose to Salernitana, they lose to Monza, but they deserve to be a Super League team. No, it doesn't work like that. Football, for 100 years, has been based on merit. You win, you qualify. You win, you qualify. Now, with the Champions League, yeah, it was a little bit more watered down because of the fact that they wanted more teams and TV deals, this and that. But you still had to qualify through performance in domestic leagues. It wasn't, okay, well, you're Juve, so you're in. It wasn't, okay, well, you're Real Madrid, so you're in. And then this year, why don't we have Napoli? Well, let's do it. Why not? Hey, if they win the Super League, cool. You're not in the Super League next year. Screw Salernitana, of course. We'll get to that.
We're going to talk about that. There's a little bit of banter coming on, yeah. We're getting warmed up for all the banter that's about to happen. Speaking of banter, but go on, Rafa. Finish.
No. I'm just gonna finish up. I'm gonna finish up. I understand Luca's point about your brand, and you want to look out for your brand. But give me a break. This is the rich crying to be richer. It's not like Lazio saying, yo, man, where's our cut in the Champions League this year? Like it's Juve, Milan, Inter. It's Chelsea, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City. It's these multi-billion-dollar corporations crying to a billionaire in UEFA, to a billionaire in FIFA, and I don't feel bad.
No, neither do I. I don't feel bad. It was either way. To me, it didn't matter as long as it didn't disrupt the domestic league too much. Now, Rafa made a point. Yeah, because when you go top heavy on these teams and all the big players are going to want to come, big coaches, right? Salernitana wouldn't have a chance to do anything. But somehow, they'd have to work that out because in Formula One is the same way. The smaller teams struggle against the big teams. You have to figure it out. I mean, that's part of competition and part of being a business. Ralph, we own a small business. There's bigger hair salons. I mean, I can't ask them to pay for us for anything. We have to figure it out. We can't cry because they're bigger than us. We got to figure it out, how to get bigger. You can't expect to just always have the bigger people, the richer clubs and richer businesses to help us out. We have to figure it out. At one time they were small too. So, but
I hear that.
Yeah,
I hear that.
The question that you asked, Ralph, was that would it water down the Champions League? Remember, you had asked that.
Yes.
And I believe it would. It would render the Champions League and render your domestic leagues just
basically impotent.
It's like for what? Why are we playing a Champions League? Why are we? So now let's say Juve win the title again, another 9 seasons in a row. They're not going to the Champions League to play for the European Championships. They're going to the Super League to play for the Super League Cup.
Right.
And your champions aren't in the Champions League. Why does that make it the Champions League? The thing that's special about the Champions League is that you're at least having champions of leagues in this tournament. And other teams that finish close to the champions are there to try to win the championship of Europe.
Right.
So when Milan wins a Scudetto, You know what? Why? What's like Napoli? Let's say Super League kicks off next summer. Napoli's not in the Super League. Napoli's not in the Super League, right? Napoli wins a Scudetto. Oh, the third Scudetto. Blah blah blah. We go to the Champions League, but we're not in the Super League. We're not in this big grand league that all these quote unquote champions are in. Like they want to literally be called the champions of Europe. They wanted to literally take. Real Madrid wanted to call themselves 13-time Super League winners. Makes no sense.
I don't know.
Makes no sense. The whole thing made no sense, and I think it was all a joke when even Florentino Perez came out and said, "Oh, we're going to change the game from 90 minutes to 70 minutes." Get out of here, man.
70
That's
minutes.
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's one of the things he said. Oh, we need to change the time of games.
This Pee-wees, get out of here. Shut up.
I mean, but whatever it did. I'm sorry, no. I'm just saying
please.
It got the world's attention. You know, it kind of got us talking,
Right.
and
it did.
Maybe playing FIFA, thinking about some things that they could.
That's what I'm saying.
Adjust.
Right? Don't you think it was to rattle the cages a little bit? You know what I mean?
For sure.
I think it was.
I think it has something to do with that.
Yeah, the fact that UEFA and FIFA kind of became a good guy out of all this, when we know there's a little bit of shady business with that.
Yeah,
we know not only do we know, the American FBI knows that there's a little bit of shadiness out there. That's when you have to start really like questioning things. And I wasn't necessarily mad at the idea. I was just mad that it was hurting people, that it could have possibly hurt people. And this again, it felt a little bit more. Have a nice. We lost.
We lost the
Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
My dog was like.
No, it's all right. It was the rattle of the cages. Then why are there still 3? That I can't answer you. I don't know, Peter. But there is one thing you said I want to put up that Peter said. CL becomes Europa, and Europa kind of becomes a joke. And Europa already is on the brink of kind of a joke, I think, for most teams. That's not my opinion. It's just when I see certain teams, how they approach Europa, and if they get knocked out, nobody really cares. They're like, screw Europa.
It used to be like that.
That's the thing.
And that's
what happens when you put 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the Champions League, Rafa. This is why I was a little mad with UEFA, man. It's just too much. That's, to me, is 3rd and 4th place is not champions, bro. I don't think Napoli are champions if they finish in 4th this year. I'm sorry. It's just how I feel. Hell, they did it. I'll take it because it's what we have.
No, but you're right, because the Europa League used to be the UEFA Cup. Europa League used to be the UEFA Cup, and the UEFA Cup was literally, Luke, you remember this. The UEFA Cup was literally 2, 3, 4, and 5. You had 4 teams, 2, 3, 4, and 5 went to the UEFA Cup. And that was essentially the Champions League of today. Obviously you had the Champions Cup with all the champions in it, but today's Champions League is basically the Europa League now. Back then it was. Now that's why Napoli winning the UEFA Cup in '89 was huge. They beat Juventus in the quarters. They beat Bayern Munich in the semis. They beat Stuttgart in the final. You know what I mean? These are teams that would essentially be in the Champions League.
Well.
And that's why the Copa UEFA was so big for Maradona to win, because it meant something back then. And you know what? They're trying to make it mean something now with entry into the Champions League. Look at Villarreal. Raul Albiol's Villarreal might win the Europa League, thus qualifying for the Champions League, and they're not going to finish top 4. They're guaranteed to not finish top 4. This is their entry into the Champions League. So a team like Villarreal, who's in their first European final ever, should want to win that. You know what I mean? So for people who don't take Europa League seriously, I think it's ridiculous. But that's what the Super League would have done, to Quentin's point. It would have made to Peter's point. It would have made the Champions League become Europa and the Europa become a joke, for sure, 100%.
Well, guys, let's move on, because we have a little bit of banter that I want to get to, and we're gonna have we got some stuff to get to chat involved in. But I kind of want to start with out over the we saw the recent results from Juve Milan, and you know how the internet wins, and this thing came out.
This is brilliant.
My favorite.
I'm sorry,
my favorite.
This is absolutely brilliant.
There we go.
Look at the road to the Champions League, and look at where the Juve Merda is. Now, guys, listen, it's not over yet, but we have the upper hand for sure.
For sure.
Man.
We absolutely have the upper hand.
Yeah,
this is absolutely brilliant.
I hope that this doesn't come and bite us back in the butt, Rafa, but this is hilarious.
I love it.
Look what they
yeah,
did with
it's priceless. It really is.
Really
it's priceless. It's priceless.
But
mind you, far from Vesuvius, the podcast Scudetto, Ralph. I predicted Milan Juve 3-0.
Really?
I did.
Oh, so I did 3-1.
Yeah, Raff, why is the Milan bus ahead of the Napoli bus? What's that about?
Well, because they're in third.
I mean, they are kind of ahead of us, yeah. So
they're in third.
So it's somewhat accurate, right?
We're trailing behind them just a bit.
But
Milan beat Juve 3-0. It's a good result for us because just a Milan win would have really kind of hurt us. If in case we tie 3 ways at the end of the season, but a 3-0 Milan win puts us in second in that 3-team mini table, and should Atalanta finish in second, we'd finish in fourth. So,
or if
that's if the teams end up tied.
That's if we don't blow it against Fiorentina, right, Rafa?
Oh please, that's my rant today.
Yeah.
That's my rant today.
Yeah, if anybody caught it on one of the major networks and major commentator, Rafa.
ESPN FC after Milan Juve. Gab Marcotti comes on and says, "Oh, if I were one of these teams, I'd want to play teams that are already on the beach." So, okay, teams that are already on the beach. You got Udinese, you got Fiorentina, you got Verona. By on the beach, we mean nothing to play for. Just kind of coasting to the rest of the season. They're already in off-season mode, right? In almost the same breath, he comes out when he's asked who misses out. He says, I wouldn't be surprised if Napoli miss out because they have tough competition. Do they really? Juve have to play Sassuolo Wednesday, who are fighting for a Conference League spot. They're only 2 points behind Roma, and they can get that spot. They will be tough for Juventus, especially this Juventus. Okay? Then Juve have to play Inter, who have a chance to drop Juve from the Champions League. They're gonna take that chance.
For sure.
They're not gonna sit and play. That's like another final for them, dudes. That's another final for them, right?
For sure.
Then they have to play 3 days later, they have to play Atalanta in the Coppa Italia final for an actual cup. So that Atalanta want to win more than anything because in this run of Atalanta's great play, they got to have something to show for it, or it's another Saudi situation. Oh, you only got us to the Champions League, but we didn't lift the trophy. So they're gonna go for that that Coppa Italia, and then they have a tough road match against Bologna in the last game of the season. Okay. Meanwhile, Napoli are playing Udinese safe, Fiorentina safe. I know they got Vlahovic, who's out of his mind. We got to stop him, and Verona safe. So he goes, I'd want to be a team who's playing against teams that are on the beach. Milan have to play against Atalanta at the end of the season, who are fighting for something. They have to play against, I forgot, it was another, Torino, who's trying to stay safe. And there was another game, it was another team that's trying to be safe. I think it's Cagliari, it might be. I'm not 100%. It might be Cagliari.
Probably. I think it was
Milan. Yeah. These are teams, and then you got Lazio. Lazio's playing Roma. Then they have to still play Torino in that makeup game. I mean,
but here's the deal, Rafa. Like, Gab Marcotti, for all yous, I know, like Kevin D said, I hope we need to move to Paramount so I don't have to see that guy anymore. Here's the deal, and
I don't not like him. I don't not like him. I do like him. But what he said was ridiculous.
I watched it, and there was something very specific that he said. Now, before I get to that, I want to just put out the disclaimer, just to play devil's advocate a little bit here. Gab Marcotti was in defense for Napoli almost all season long. He predicted them to be one of the he predicted Napoli to quite possibly be one of the winners of the Scudetto. Not only that, there was a moment that he was asked a question by a host, and had said that is Juve, Inter, Milan basically the 3-horse race? And the first thing that came out of his mouth was, why doesn't Napoli get any respect? To me, I became a bigger fan of Gab Marcotti that day. He was like, come on, do this. For what he said yesterday, now here's the thing before he said, Rafa, and nobody's talking about this. The first thing he said before he made the comment about Napoli. He said Aurelio De Laurentiis kept coming out of his mouth, and he kept complaining, kept saying about the fact that if the dog want to come on camera, Luca, no problem, put him on.
Yeah,
we love
Bellina.
dogs.
Is that Bellina or is that
Baggio?
We love puppies.
That's Bella.
It's okay. It's
Bella.
okay. Bella, tell Bella to come on.
Bellina.
She's more than welcome. If she can.
Remember that dude?
Bellina.
Yeah.
Dude, every
so
time
cute.
I would yell when Luca lived up here, every time I would yell Bellina, she'd just go "Arr! Bellina. Arr!"
What kind of dog is it? Let's let the viewers know.
It's a Yorkie. Teacup.
He has two, but
Super
he has
cute.
2 Yorkies.
Yeah, 2.
But Baggio's not a teacup, right?
No, he's not a teacup. Yeah, I named my dog Baggio, by the way.
Yeah,
Love it.
but Bella and Baggio, yeah.
Sweet, super
Beautiful
cute.
dogs too. They're very, very good dogs. Very good.
Thank you.
They think who they
Right.
are though. They're tough.
Oh,
No,
sure.
but here's the deal. Gab Marcotti yesterday
Yeah.
mentioned specifically about Aurelio De Laurentiis and the fact that he's being silent with
Silenzio
the
stampa.
journal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there's a little bit of shade there. I think that's why he's pissed at Napoli because, let's face it, they're journalists. And I think he's a little mad at ADL, and I think he's throwing a little shade, and now he wants Napoli to lose in spite of ADL because he even said, there's this storm on the top that's going on. What storm?
What storm?
I'm going to rant. What storm?
Do it, Raff.
ADL has been – I got to rant because it's pissing me off. ADL should apologize to Gattuso. Why? He's been supporting him since the whole season. He's never said one bad thing about Gattuso. He has been in support of his team the whole time. What storm? What is he doing to this team? Nothing. He's done nothing but support him. He bought everybody. You know what? I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened between Gattuso. Here's my theory between Gattuso and ADL.
Preach,
all right?
Ralph.
Yes,
ADL offered Gattuso because you got to look at if you and I'm with Luke about the clickbait shit because there's tons of it. I'm sick of it. Okay, and you got to swim through this merda before you can actually get to a fact. Okay,
True.
Here's the deal. Gattuso, number one, he gave a contract to Gattuso. ADL gave a contract to Gattuso. All right, fact. So it's saying that he doesn't want him there is bullshit. Gattuso turned down the contract, and he said specifically there were certain clauses that he didn't like. Fast forward a couple months or a month or two later, ADL said publicly if Napoli could make the top 4 or win Europa League, the contract is there ready for Gattuso to sign at the end of the season. Okay? How is that not supporting him? And I'll tell you what happened. This is my theory. This is my little conspiracy theory. ADL probably put a clause in that contract to say, I will pay you X dollars if you don't qualify for Champions or don't win the Europa League, but I will pay you X plus dollars if you do one of those two things. And Gattuso was like, no, you're going to pay me a price that I want or else I'm not going to play. Now, this, again, theory, this is opinion, this is a conspiracy theory, but I have a big feeling that there was a clause, because that's what Gattuso said. I don't like one of the clauses, and I'm pretty sure that clause meant that his salary would have been increased if he finishes top 4 and or wins the Europa League. Gattuso didn't like that clause, said, you know what, I'll just wait till the end of the season to sign this contract, and then I'm guaranteed a higher wage. And if I don't like what I see, I'll just go somewhere else. Because guess whose stock is rising, everybody? Gattuso. People are going to call on him. He ain't there yet, but he's going to be a good coach one day. And another year on this team, he could probably help him out a lot, considering all that went on. And we're not going again. We're going to have the coach show. We're going to, if you're a guest, if you're a viewer on the show, you know how we feel. But there was probably that little clause that he didn't like, and it had something to do with the money. And Gattuso was like, no, you're going to pay me this, because he's even complained, like, I have to put up with all this shit and I get paid less than most other coaches. Gattuso said that, and he said he didn't like the clause. And the ADL said, if you make the top four or the EL, that the contract will be ready. So in my eyes, that was the clause. That was the clause. It was incentive for Gattuso, but Gattuso didn't like it. He wanted guaranteed money because he's not staying on Napoli for $600,000. He's not. He's not, especially when Fiorentina's ringing our doorbell with a $2 million contract, allegedly, because we don't know if that's bullshit either. You know what I'm trying to say? So
it's all alleged. It's all
alleged. We don't know anything.
I'm sorry, we're on a silencio stampa. Nobody knows the truth. When you see, even the most reliable sources like Carlo Avino, who swore that James Rodriguez was going to be on Napoli, and that's why I was so certain he was going to be on Napoli. He didn't end up on Napoli. Then you got Di Marzio and Francesco. What's his name? Romano. Fabrizio Romano. You have Di Marzio and Fabrizio Romano saying, "Oh, there's a chance that Fiorentina is going to come in. Gattuso's not going to stay." But once again, yes, they might be reliable sources, but guess what? They're a member of. They're a member of the Stampa, in which we are still in silencio. So Gattuso being praised by ADL, I'm telling you right now, if ADL was already had a hand-picked replacement, he would not compliment Gattuso in any kind of sense. And for everybody out there thinking, "Oh, Gattuso's going to leave, so what does he care about top four?" Even if he is resigned to leaving, let's just say he is resigned to leaving. If a manager gets a team that wasn't in the Champions League back to the Champions League, that only helps their CV. It doesn't hurt
that's
them.
part of his resume. Yeah, of course.
That's part of his resume. That's his job. He still has a job to do. Plus, the whole team loves him. Plus, you could tell he loves the whole team. So I don't even want to entertain. Listen, I'm not denying that Spalletti might be the manager next season. I'm not denying that we might go for a bigger manager next season. I'm not denying that Gattuso might be gone. But what I'm saying is, can we finish this season first? Seriously. Then we could talk about this. Because the last time this happened was Rafa Benitez, where 3 matches left, he announced that he signed for Real Madrid and he was leaving. And what happened? In those 3 matches, we lost the Champions League in the last game of the season with Higuain sailing it over the bar, a penalty kick with 10 minutes left to put us up 3-2, and we ended up losing to Lazio 4-2. So there you go. That's what happens when you start messing with the coaches. And Gab Marcotti's comment about, there's so much at the top. Silencio Stampa, Gattuso, Victor Osimhen, blah, 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 blah. Guess what, Gab Marcotti? Guess what? Napoli went on Silencio Stampa after the 4-2 loss to Atalanta. Since then, Napoli have only lost 1 match. So when you want to tell me Napoli has a problem with Silencio Stampa, they're not talking to the journalists. There's a shitstorm in the spogliatoi. It's all lies and it's lazy. And I do like Gab Marcotti. I really do. Gab Marcotti was on Far From Vesuvius. Ken Ciofreddi interviewed Gab Marcotti about Napoli when Ancelotti came in, and it was a great success, and he's a great man. But he was very, very lazy yesterday on ESPN FC.
That was
very
spite
lazy,
coming out of Gab.
It ticked me off, man.
That was a lot of spite. Do you want to add into this rant? If you want to yell, make you feel better, put the
Please,
dog bark.
Luke, go ahead, do it.
I agree with both you guys in this. So there's nothing for me to.
Yeah. Now I wanted to.
I'm just going to repeat myself. So you guys are right. Cool.
All right, you're with it. Cool.
A few of the comments were good too. So.
Okay. If you like something, call it out. I put it on screen. All right. This way, Luke can show you a little love. No, but here, because I saw this too, Peter Scala. I'm sure ADL talks to other coaches, but that's good. I want an owner who sees who his options are instead of sitting on his hands. Like, you got to understand something. You don't wait till June to make moves.
And ADL doesn't do that, Ralph. ADL doesn't do that. He had Sadi's replacement 3 days after he left. Right. But he had a contract ready for Sadi. He wanted to leave. Right. Okay, I'm bringing in Ancelotti then. Because in April, they talked to Ancelotti. So you can't, maybe he talked to Spalletti. Maybe he talked to Allegri. Maybe he talked to, whoever. But it's still Gattuso's job to take. Now, like you said, Ralph, whether he wants to take it or not, that's up to him.
That's up to him.
No, I'd rather see him stay,
done.
but if he leaves, he leaves. But I'm so tired of hearing he's gone. The relationship is broken. This, the that. They just want to make news. They have to make news because they're not getting it from Napoli. They're not getting the press conferences. They're not getting all that stuff. What do you say? ADL doesn't wait for car service. He takes Vespa.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
So there you go.
I want to bring something really quick, and I know we're going to be off topic here, but I do want to bring something up that Michael said. Michael Summerlin. You see that quote? You see that quote? Yeah, put that up there. Finishing 6th will be a failure. I know we all want to see top 4, but you got to view this season in a whole. Let's review the season in a whole, Michael. In January and February,
Michael.
In December, January, and February, Napoli had everybody injured. You know how many Primavera B, Primavera 2 players were sitting on our bench? Six Primavera 2 players on the bench for the game against Granada. Okay, and we beat the crap out of them, and they scored 2 on us, and we couldn't get a goal. Okay?
With our B team on the field.
With our B team on the field, we beat the crap out of them, but it just didn't go in. Okay, so I am tired of saying, let's look at this season as a whole, because this season is skewed for everybody. You know who it wasn't skewed for? It wasn't skewed for Inter, who had guess how many injuries? 0 injuries, bro. And they won the Scudetto. Enough said, Michael. That's it. I'm done with it. We could talk about coaches later. I'm done.
But thanks for showing up, Mike. We appreciate we appreciate your patronage.
No, stay. I like you, Michael. Stay. But I'm just saying, come on.
Thanks for amping up Ralph.
Yeah, we love amping up Ralph here. Yeah, so it's good. You know, releases. Go ahead.
Has to stay. Yeah, no, I agree. If he gets us to Champions League, why start another project? Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Give him whatever he needs.
No.
Yeah.
It's a sideways
deserves
move.
it.
It's a sideways move, unless we're getting an Allegri, like you said. Giusto, grazie. Unless we're getting Allegri or Klopp, or if Mourinho had come in, or you know what I mean? No, Spalletti. See, okay, but now let's segue to that real quick. No,
Spalletti,
go ahead,
by the way. No, I want to say Spalletti asked for $4 million. That's not happening. It's not happening, boys and girls.
He's bugging.
ADL. There's another piece of news that came out that was surrounded by all the other bullshit. ADL wants to cut back on wages. He will not hire a $4 million coach when he could probably get one to do the same job for less than $2 million. It's not happening. It's not happening. Because Sadi 70% ready to come to Napoli, and then Roma wants him, and then Roma signs Mourinho. Dude, do you see it? It's like we're being set up to fight. We're being triggered on purpose because they have nothing to write. They have nothing to say. All the analytics in the world is done. They just got to make shit up now. And you got some old hack in Italy. Oh, I think this guy's going to come. No, he's not. He's not going to come. You don't know anything. Not even Carlo Avino knows. And the guy probably drinks espresso.
Listen, I'm just saying, man, that but Carlo Avino, he's close to Napoli, but guess what? He's still a member of the press. He's not talking to the press.
Carlo don't know. Nobody knows.
They're not talking to the press. And here's another thing everybody's overlooking. Right.
The minute ADL won't even give Insigne $4 million.
He won't.
Come on.
He won't.
What do you think is happening here?
But listen, here's the deal, right? The minute Gattuso says, "Yo, man, the media is killing me," right?
Yeah,
Listen, guys, right? Remember,
so you guys are killing me,
right?
Yeah.
Who is the guy to chop the media off? Who is that guy? It's not Gattuso. Gattuso doesn't make that decision, right? Gattuso doesn't make that decision.
Right. ADL protected his team. And his coach.
Just said, okay, Gennaro, we're not talking to the media. And ever since then, we have our players back. Yeah. Bro, we missed Insigne this game. We missed Koulibaly. We missed Maximovic for a backup just in case. We were missing Lobotka for a backup just in case. No Ospina. And we didn't start Lozano. And we got the job done. You know what I mean? But it was a minimal loss. You know, right. we were at a maximum loss in January and February, and the press was destroying Gattuso. So guess what? Let's silence the press. And now look, we've only lost one, and that was to Juve.
Right.
We didn't even lose to Inter.
And we got our team back. We got our team back.
Come on. Listen. Again, look at us in the winter time, and look at us now.
Yeah, we'll
even if we don't make it, like we competed to the end. You know what I mean? Like it would be a very big disappointment, but at the same time, we competed to the end. You know? So I'm sorry, I'm just tired of it.
Love it.
I'm tired of it.
Rafa, we got a few more minutes. I want to do this one thing with everybody here in the chat, and now that we got Luca, we got a little bit of banter. So we're gonna do a fill in the blank thing. I got two of them here. I want everybody in the chat to kind of help us out. Lots of fun. We're gonna start with which one should I start with the Pirlo one, Rafa?
Yeah.
Go with the Pirlo one.
Let's start
You're talking about coaches, right?
Yes, since we're talking about coaches. Fill in the blank, boys and girls. After Juve, Pirlo should blank.
Go.
You should go.
Write another thesis.
Write another thesis.
I didn't fill in with the word go. I'm just saying go. Let's see the comments.
Okay.
I wasn't saying go.
No, if I were you. So what do you think? You think he should stay or he should go?
I mean, it's a good, and it fits. It fits. He should go.
Yeah. No, I didn't do it to fill in the blank, but I mean, I think he should go for sure.
Matteo, stick to winemaking. Go to Inter. Manage AC Milan. Okay.
Oh my!
Would you take him in it? Would they take him in AC Milan?
Maybe.
No.
Yeah. Feel free to be humorous, guys. It don't have to be serious.
Yeah.
We're just here.
We do a little trolling. It's called we do a little trolling.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Not that guy.
No. We don't do politics here. I just wanted to use that one.
No.
Man.
No.
Wait, I like this one. Go ahead, keep going. Michael Gerisati.
Be an understudy somewhere, humble up, and make his way up.
Yes.
That was serious.
Is this a new viewer? Is Mikel a new viewer?
I think so. Maybe.
Welcome.
That's welcome.
Mikel. I would love to know how to pronounce that. Gerisati. Is that an I? Is that an
That's
I?
a J.
That's a J. No, there's nothing on my screen. That's a J.
Yeah. Go back to busking on the street for change.
That's our World Cup winner right there.
All right. Tony Sessa. Coach Juve in Serie B. Yes. Good answer.
I love it. Dan.
Dan says, Pirlo should go got it.
Of course.
Pianese wants to start his own coach academy.
Not a bad idea, huh?
He is the maestro, right? So I guess
I don't know who's gonna join up.
Say, guys, pleasures. What?
I think he's referring to him being a new viewer.
Yeah. Oh, pleasure to you, sir. Welcome.
Pleasure to you.
You got it right. Nice. You got it right. Good job.
Gerisati. I love
Michael,
it. Is it Italian? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Manage the Phillies. Both a big disappointment.
Michael, put Michael up. After Juve, Pirlo should.
Malakia. So I'm from Astoria. It makes me like 5% Greek.
It does.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, were you in Astoria when Greece won the Euros?
Yes. Let me tell you something. That was like when the U.S. won World War II out of Astoria. These guys were partying, and hey, I'm not complaining, man, because it was they were happy. These guys were out and about till like 2 a.m. No joke.
Very good
joke. If anybody knows Astoria Park at the time where you could drive your car down there and it was just pumping, dude, these guys were partying all night long. I noticed a little Greek in your Luca. Are you part Greek, if you don't mind me asking? Or
no, not at all.
Not at all. No, you said you were born in Napoli, right?
Yeah, I was born in Naples. I believe we have Spanish ancestors. Argentina maybe. I'm not sure, but we were all born in Naples, so that's.
Okay, very good. All right,
Meluziis.
The S's throw me off. I got one more. We got one more, guys, and no, not this one. We got one more, and then we'll cut out. One more fill in the blank.
Do it, Rafa. Do it.
All right. Everybody's gonna have fun this one. Fill in the blank. Juve.
My tweet.
Storia di un grande blank.
I know that song too, by the way.
Yeah, he loves that song.
Do you want to add one in?
He sings that song. When Juve win in Europe, he sends a group text to myself, to Dan, and to Gilberto.
I sing that song. The Roma song. I love the Roma song too.
Ralph knows who Gil is. Ralph knows who Gil is because Gil played with us in the FIFA tournaments.
Oh,
so
nice.
Ralph knows Gilberto. Gil is also.
Yes.
So myself,
Mexicano.
my cousin Luca, myself, Luca, Daniel, and Gil, we're all partners in the barbershop. So they're in their location and I'm in my location, but we have this group chat, and whenever Juve win, he floods our timeline with Italian flags and black and white and Juve Storia un grande amore, but Juve Storia di un grande.
Go ahead, Dan. I know he got something to say. I knew he had something to say. I knew it.
Storia di un grande.
Cazzo! I like this one.
Storia di un grande truffa. Oh my gosh.
Pasquale went deep. He was just like Calciopoli.
Yes, I love it.
You guys You guys know that Juve fans could care less about Napoli fans, right?
No,
the rivalry with Inter, like they hate Inter fans more than anything in this world. They don't really see Napoli fans as like they don't care less. I think it's a one-way street.
No.
Really?
Nope. Because when they go Asnore, Storia di un grande Asnore. I love it. That's funny. Listen, when Juve fans bring signs to the stadiums like Vesuvio lava sul fuoco, and Napoli colera, Napoli usa sapone.
To the Napoli home games when they're playing away, or in Torino?
No, in Torino.
In Torino? I mean, man. I got you. I mean, that's what all fans do, right, against each other. But on a regular basis, you guys talk about Juve so much. Where I follow a lot of Juve pod, they never talk about Napoli. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just letting you follow a few Juve pods. That doesn't mean anything.
I mean pods, YouTubers. They don't really ever talk about it. They talk about Inter all day long. They hate Inter.
No, that's fine. That's
not
that's
just
the
now.
Rivalry.
2 years, 3 years, whenever. It's always them.
Listen to me. Juve are disgusting. They're disgusting, bro. They're disgusting. This is a team that mocks. No, listen. This is the team that mocks the Superga tragedy. They can kiss my ass, man. For real. They could kiss my ass. They mock that all the time, and it's not fun. It's not funny. They really.
I got you.
I'm sorry.
Their fans. A lot of their fans are pretty gross about it.
Yeah, some of it. Some of the I don't. Yeah. You know what I don't like it when they start with the whole poverty shit. Like some of these guys like. But like I said, in Italy, it's rooted a little deeper. But when I got some effing hick from the Midwest who's a Juve fan who comes on Twitter and calls me impoverished.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Give me a break.
Shut up, but a lot of Juve fans are not even from Torino. You know what I mean? A lot of Juve fans are from the South.
Almost all Juve fans.
Bunch of sweats. But impoverished. You're from the Midwest.
That's crazy.
Bro. One more time.
Do it right.
Shut up, bitch.
Thank you.
Yeah, for real.
Shut up with that shit.
Hey,
if you're from America and you talk about my family's economic status in Napoli, you need to shut your mouth. Period.
Amen.
Just shut up and enjoy just enjoy the game and shut up. You don't know what's going on.
Matteo Casale, all of Torino is Granata. It's true.
Yes, that's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
No doubt.
It's true. Juve fans are from the South, and that's just the way it is. Yeah. Real quick, Ralph, before we go, I do want to ask Luke this question, and then we can go.
Okay.
What are you laughing at, Luke? What
that was a comment. Yeah.
Which one? The Juve fan? Almost
that are toxic or almost aborted by their parents.
Yeah,
Midwest.
for sure.
Oh, Jonathan wants to know if the Midwest is a dump or something.
No, not necessarily, but it's like nobody cares about the Midwest much. You know what I'm trying to say? It's
like what would they possibly know about our economic status in Naples?
Yeah,
right.
You know, what do you know?
Got love for the Midwest, but it's like
you're just going with some. Yeah, you're just going along with what somebody else said.
You know what is funny? There was like a 26-year-old from the Midwest. I was like, bro, I think you need to read up about Calciopoli. He's like, I don't want to know anything about your team. I was like, what?
See what I mean?
I was talking about Napoli. I was like, come on, bro.
He plays PlayStation. That's how he's a Juve.
Yeah. But you said Poli, so it must be Napoli. You know, shut up.
This is what I'm talking about. When I went to WrestleMania 35 at MetLife, right? And I saw a guy walk by me with a Juve Ronaldo jersey. I saw the Ronaldo, right? I yelled at him while he was walking by. I was like, yo, Forza Napoli sempre. He turned around and looked at me like I was like, he was like, what? What are you talking about? Oh, you're just wearing Ronaldo because you're, a fanboy, bandwagon jumper. You have no idea what anything is. Nothing. It's like those LeBron fans. It's the same thing.
Yeah, two things. Down here in South Florida, that's all you see is Ronaldo Juve jerseys, right? That's all I see. Little kids, adults, whatever.
I'm glad
you guys, I don't know if you guys, I know we're not going to get political. We're not. But there was something weird on the January 6th Capitol attack. Did you guys ever see that video of the guy smashing the door with a helmet?
Yeah.
He had an Inter jersey on. I'm so embarrassed. I'm like, are you kidding me? Out of all the jerseys to wear, you had to wear that.
Why are you wearing a soccer jersey to a
you know what I mean?
to a revolution?
To a revolution. Like, what are you doing, bud? I was so mad. I was like, what a clown.
That's why they didn't do anything.
Florida man.
Florida man.
I thought I was the only one who noticed that. Sorry.
Oh man, I remember we were here, Rafa. We were broadcasting that day.
Oh, dude, we were yelling at each other because of Spezia.
Yeah, because Napoli lost that day. Like
I will never forget that day.
Napoli lost. Yes.
We're sitting here screaming about Napoli. Meanwhile, our country's going to shit. Right?
Oh, man.
And we're like, fucking Spezia. Turn
around.
I'm like, what happened? I leave America. We leave you alone for 25 minutes. And you start a revolution,
Luca, I was hilarious, bro. So I was home that day, and I told Ali and the kids, I said, listen, I got to go on the phone to do Raff and Raff. But I got to go in the car. I said, I'm going to yell. I'm going to yell a lot because a lot of fans pissed me off. And it was, in Detroit, I took pictures of some guys with a Ronaldo shirt, and I had my Juve Merda scarf. They had no clue what was going on. Yeah, they had no idea. No idea. Right.
Who's Merda? Is he a midfielder?
Juve Merda, yeah. Yo, so I went in the car, and I yelled at the top of my lungs at the Napoli Spezia result. And it made me feel good. Like I released a lot of anger. It was it was a time where I finally realized, okay, this outlet is good for me because I can let out my emotions, right, Luke? Because all day it would be stewing. I'd be like texting you angrily, but I wouldn't be able to get it out. You know what I'm saying? And I got it out. So I go back in the house and I'm like, oh, guys, you don't understand. That felt so good. I feel okay. Like, I'm all right. Napoli lost to Spezia, but I'm okay. It's just thank you for letting me go do this. This is such a great thing. And Allie's looking at me, and she's like, you want to see what's going on TV right now? She's like, that's nice. The country's under attack. And I said, what?
Yeah.
And it was like from like, oh, I'm good to like.
No. But Raff, I wasn't good. I went from being upset from the game that I just clicked it right off, and I just went right. It just came on to the news. I guess all the channels were showing it. No. So I went from the soccer being upset to seeing this insurrection, and I was like, wait, it just made me double upset. And then seeing that idiot with the Inter jersey, I made me even more upset.
Yeah, that was messed up. Shout out to Quentin.
I want to do it here.
Shout out to Quentin.
Do that. Yeah.
Super off topic. Today's my cugina's birthday. She is 34. Bon compleanno, cugina.
Well,
happy birthday.
The significance of this is she was born on the same day as the first Scudetto. So have extra happy birthday to you.
Extra.
Also, I believe today is Frank's sidekick's birthday because he said that he's born on the day of the first Scudetto.
All right.
So that's
Happy
cool.
birthday,
Happy
Frank.
birthday to
Happy
Frank's
birthday.
sidekick.
Happy birthday. Let me get it.
And I think that's it. Luca, we wanted to talk to you about Mourinho, but I think we're at an hour and 20. I think we're gonna.
I'm happy. I'm happy he's in Italy. That's all I got to say. I'm happy.
Yeah, it's only good for the league. It's only good for, even if
he's going to be good for Roma
and bring Zidane in, it'll be good because you got big coaches Conte, Mourinho.
Hopefully Allegri can get a gig.
Maybe Allegri
Sarri can get a gig
back. It would be really good.
Battle of the coaches next year, I feel like, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be special. I think Sarri is moving up.
Well, the thing is
Tara Barone. Happy birthday, Tara. We love you.
Oh, Tara Barone.
Tara, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. What were you gonna say?
Thanks for having me on.
A pleasure.
Great being on.
Yeah, because thank you for coming.
Forza Italia,
Forza
Italia, Forza Napoli sempre.
So much.
Forza Napoli sempre. Guys, let's get a
big Forza Napoli.
Let's do it. JC Philippines for Napoli. Look at that.
Yeah, JC.
Yeah,
what's
baby.
Up? Oh, that's Janice.
Nice,
I think.
nice.
Is that Janice?
I think this is just Janice. Joe, JC is Janice? Yes? Hello, Janice. Janice. We might have a Rafa, I'm going to pitch it to you, but Janice, huge fan of Napoli now, wants to do a little something.
Yeah.
For the Philippines. And I have a mock video I did. I'm going to show you later. But who knows? We might be extending these clubs to the Philippines, bro.
Beautiful.
So, but let's get a big Forza Napoli. But yeah, JC, Philippines. Daniel, thank you, brother.
Danny, grande.
Thank you.
Matteo, Forza Napoli.
Matteo.
Sempre.
Pasquale Napoletano, Forza Napoli. Peter Scala, thank you again for being here.
Forza Napoli sempre.
There you go, with the hat.
Yeah,
knows.
baby,
See that?
there it is.
Deep down inside.
He's a Napolitano.
No, he's
Vero
a
Napolitano. Very
I get it. I'm with it. And the dog. Put the dog on camera, bro. It's the shot. Put him on. We love the dog.
Get Bellina up here.
Jonathan, thank you once again for staying awake, Jonathan.
Oh, Belly.
There he is.
That's Baggio. That's Baggio.
This is Baggio.
Cutie with the. There you go.
Roby Baggio.
Whole family here. Kevin D from Texas. How are you, sir?
Nice, Kevin.
What's going on? JC again. Michael Dressati. Southampton, England.
Yes.
Yo. Shout out to everybody in Europe staying up for us, man. We love you guys, man. Thank you so. Thank you. Yeah.
You guys got great fans, man.
Oh, they're wonderful.
We have the best.
Really love them all.
We really do.
Yeah. Hit up the.
Chris Estrada should be in here too somewhere. Chris, where you at, man?
Christopher, you still there? Where you
Peter
at?
Scala, Juve merda. Chris Estrada's a good guy.
Francesco, what's up? If there's anybody driving, don't take your eyes off the road. Forza Napoli sempre. Oh, man. All right, guys, but thank you again.
Salernitana in Serie A. Campania derby.
Yeah.
Salernitana in Serie A, confirmed.
When we saw your little banter, we're going to get on you.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
enjoy your, 1998 cold. They want.
1947 called.
Yeah.
The last time Salernitana and Napoli were in Serie A together, 1940 something. I think it was 1947.
Yep, we're gonna get that.
This is gonna be great because this is the last time these two teams played each other in the league was Serie B in the 2000s, and it was a mess. It was an absolute mess. Game caused a 3-match ban at the São Paulo. It was an absolute disaster. Luca, you
remember
that.
Mm-hmm.
And the fans hate each other, and I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Same.
All right, guys.
Hey, I heard Lotito has to sell them now, right?
Yes, Lotito has 30 days to sell. Yep.
30 days to sell. We'll definitely talk about that more soon. We'll wrap up here, guys. Again, Luca, thank you so much. Rafa, another great show. It's been wonderful.
Cugino, grande Ralph, grande amici watching. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.
All right, ciao, guys. Forza Napoli sempre. Ciao.
Forza Napoli sempre.
Ciao.